All right. We did start state of the team, starting pitching. Let's go bullpen here briefly. The bullpen numbers, Blake, unsurprisingly, a lot better than the starting pitching numbers in the month of August. Michael Kopech, 13 and a third, 0.6 ERA, 11 and a half strikeouts per nine. How's this for a number? Evan Phillips, 12 and a third, 0.73 ERA, 14.6 strikeouts per nine. He's actually been better in many ways, or as good as Kopech, which I think might surprise some people. Bonda had 16 of 17 scoreless outings prior to his blowup on Friday, which was his third consecutive day pitching. Daniel Hudson, since his 8 days off, 3 straight scoreless appearances. Ryan Brazier, smoke and mirrors. That could be his nickname. Ryan Brazier's nickname is just smoke and mirrors. 7 and a third, 3 hits, no earned, no walks, only 3 strikeouts. Doesn't matter. Getting the job done. Vesia, 10 of his last 11 appearances scoreless. Blake Trinan gave up a run his first game back from the injured list. Since then, though, 4 and a third scoreless. So I just named 7 dudes: Kopech, Phillips, Bonda, Hudson, Brazier, Vesia, and Trinan. Like, if those 7 dudes are healthy, Blake, is it crazy to say this might be the best Dodgers bullpen ever?
Probably not. They have a lot of talent in the group. I think you have to also hope Brewstar comes back here and can even solidify it more, because I don't think anyone wants to see the Joe Kelly playoff experience again.
Nope.
They could probably use like a long reliever in there that can give them multiple innings, because they don't have that. And as we've seen, that has kind of hurt them over the last few days. But overall, I think it's a really deep group with a lot of different options they could use in any situation. I know a lot of people have pushed for Kopech to solely be the closer, but I think they've done pretty well with their bullpen by committee thing that they've been doing. So I think the group is really good, and it's a strength for the team.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I mean, look, like when you talk bulk real quick, I mean, if we talked about the starting pitching, if they did go to, like, let's say Glasnow comes back, Stone is the 4th pitcher, like, who do you think would be the type of guy who could fill that bulk role? Like, is it a Walker Buehler, Bobby Miller type? I don't want Clayton Kershaw anywhere near a bullpen. So like, is it somebody like that, or is it like you just stock up on relievers and make it like a 9-man bullpen, basically?
Probably stack up on relievers. I don't think they'd put Bobby Miller or Buehler into that role, because neither. I think Buehler did it in 2017 and it wasn't good at all. So I don't think they'd try that again, especially while he's still working through things. Like, that's not the time to try something like that.
Yeah.
I think Landon Knack could be a guy that they put in the bullpen, but it kind of seems like he would be really similar to Yarbrough, and it's not elite stuff, and you're just having him come in to more so.
I mean, 96 mile an hour fastball is still better than an 89 mile an hour fastball.
It is, but like the breaking stuff and all that isn't as good as Yarbrough, so you kind of take and give there. Like, he's not going to be a guy you put in a high leverage spot, and they already decided to move on from a similar guy like that. I think Knack probably has more value as a depth reliever or depth starter for them than being a reliever in the bullpen. So they could use a long reliever, but they just don't really have anyone that fits the mold too perfectly.
Yeah. The Catman, Tony Gonsolin, huh?
Yeah, maybe he could come in and give him 2 or 3 innings. We'll see. They haven't ruled it out.
Yeah, haven't ruled it out. I love that update. Again, Kopech, Phillips, Bonda, Hudson, Brazier, Vesia, Trinan. Like, the crazy thing about that is if you were to try and rank those 1 through 7, you would get to a 7th guy that you probably wouldn't hate to see in like the 8th inning of a close game. To have, normally you hope to have 3 guys in the category that I think there's a reasonable chance the Dodgers. I'll take Brazier out of that category, although the guy doesn't give up any runs. But the other 6, if it's like 3-2 in the 8th inning and they're like, hey, Blake Trinan's coming in or Anthony Bonda's coming in, like, I'm kind of not hating it in that scenario, which is kind of crazy.
I'd be a little concerned about Trinan. I still have concerns about Hudson with how he's looked recently. I would probably have Brazier over both of them, I think.
Okay.
I don't think Dave Roberts does at this moment, but I think if I was running the bullpen, he would be higher up on my trust tree. So
yeah,
it's kind of flip a coin with Trinan and Hudson for me right now. I know Hudson's been great all year, but the innings total, the age, everything, like, he's looked to be in decline.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. When you have to just get 8 days off, and Blake Trinan's was probably 15 days off just on the injured list, like, It's not the greatest sign in the world, but hey, if they're healthy and they get there, we'll see what happens.